Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadiyya Mahira, and now I will explain about the material title is word formation. And the second one is what is inflection and examples. Inflection refers to a process of word formation in which items are added to the base form of a word to express grammatical meanings. They are used to express different grammatical categories. Next. And the first is words and grammar. Word grammar is a theory of linguistics developed by Richard Hudson since the 1980s. It starts as a model of syntax whose most distinctive characteristic is its use of dependency grammar, an approach to syntax in which the sentence structure is almost entirely contained in the information about individual words, and syntax is seen as a consisting primarily of principle for combining words. The central syntactic relation is that of dependence between words. Constituent structure is not recognized except in the special case of coordinate structures. Okay, next. We can see the example. The first is the pianist may perform in the local hall. And secondly, this pianist performs in the local hall every week. Thirdly, Mary told us that this pianist performed in the local hall every week. So forth. The performance last week was particularly impressive. And perform is the lexeme for perform, and performance. However, the process of forming performs and perform is different with the process of forming performance, even though they are from the same lexeme. Okay, next. And the number 2 is regular and irregular inflection. What is regular inflection? Regular inflection is the way we change a word from form to reflect things like tense, plurality, gender. Is usually governed by consistent predictable rules. This is known as regular inflection. Like example, perform become the performance, perform, play become the play. And so irregular inflection, what is irregular inflection? Irregular inflection is, however, there are many instances in which the way a word is inflected doesn't seem to follow any rules or conventions at all. This is known as irregular inflection, like the example, go become when and give become gave. Okay, next. And number 3 is forms of nouns, singular and plural. Like the example, number 1, I saw a cat in the garden. Number 2, I saw some cat in the garden. And I saw cat in the garden. Okay, nice. And number 4, form of pronouns and determiner, like the example number 1 is he loves her, and number 2, she loves him. Number 5, forms of verb, like the example number 1 is Mary gives a lecture every day. Number 2, Mary gave a lecture last week. Number 3, Mary is giving a lecture today. Number 4, Mary has given a lecture today. Number 5, Mary may give a lecture. Next, from number 6 is forms of adjective. Number 1, like the example, number 1 is this file is green. Number 2, that file is greener. And number 3, my file is the greenest. Okay, next. The last we can conclude about our topic today is inflectional is a process of word formation by adding suffixes without changing the class of word, and it only depends on grammar matter. Or maybe just that the explanation about the material. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.